Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to solve radical equations, and the difficulty level will be level 2. So typically this will be an algebra 2 question or pre-calculus question or even in college. So if you need help, go back to level 1 and watch how we do it, and then come back for level 3 if you want more challenging problems. So as I said in the previous video, everything must be away from the square root when you're trying to solve. Since the square root is by itself on the left-hand side, you're going to square both sides. But just remember, when you square, you got to wrap that up in parentheses. Okay, so then squares and square roots, we learned in the last video, they cancel each other out. X minus 1 squared means, hey, write me out twice. Once you write me out twice, you go first, outer, inner, last, and then bring down this here. We know that anytime you have a quadratic equation, you need 0 on one side. Okay, so that's going to be 0. If you owe me 2 and you owe me 7, then you owe me 9, and that's going to be 20. Can you think of two numbers that multiply to a positive 20 and add to a negative 9? I could, 4 and 5. Once you're done there, you're going to take each piece in the parentheses and you're going to set it equal to 0. You're going to add 4 to both sides, and 4 is an answer, and you're going to add 5 to both sides, and 5 is an answer. However, as I mentioned in the last video, many times these numbers do not work. One of the numbers does not work. So this was the original equation. So I'm going to go back here. I'm erasing. And you're going to have to go back to the original equation and check it. Okay, let's see if they both work. 7 times 4 is 28. 28 minus 19 is 9. The square root of 9, let's see what that equals. Let's put the 4 back in here. 4 minus 1 is 3. Does 3 equal 3? Yes, so this person can stay. Now let's try 5. 7 times 5 is 35. 35 minus 19 is 16. The square root of 16 is 4. When you put a 5 in here, 5 minus 1 is 4. So actually they both work. Okay, so that's how we do these types of problems, but you gotta check your answer. In this problem, and this will be my final problem for this video, you cannot start the problem because when I take a look at the square root, it's not alone. So you want to add x to both sides. Square root of 3x plus 13 is equal to, let's put the variable first, x plus 3. You're going to square both sides, and once again, when you square both sides, don't forget to wrap it with parentheses. You get 3x plus 13, and then make sure that you write this out twice. Okay, no shortcuts. X squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 9. X squared plus 6x plus 9 because the insides add up. Let's bring this person with us so we can stay consistent. Now, anytime you're solving quadratic equations, you want to get 0 on one side. This is 0, x squared plus 3x, and this is going to be minus 4. Okay? So, I'm kind of falling off the screen, so let me just get rid of something here. Sorry about that. So, pause the video if it's too fast for you. Okay, so x plus minus, can we think of two numbers that multiply to 4 that subtract to a 3? Sure. Positive 4, negative 1. make sure you put equal to 0. You take each piece of the parentheses and you set it equal to 0, because that's the only way that this expression could be equal to 0, or the equation rather. So let's see if they work. Let me get rid of this. In order to see if they work, you need to check it with the original problem. So square root of 3x plus 13 minus x, does that equal 3? Let's try 1. 1 is so easy to plug in. 3 times 1 plus 13 minus 1 equal 3. Does the square root of 16 minus 1 equal 3? Does 4 minus 1 equal 3? It sure does. So 1 works. Let's try negative 4. Negative 4 looks weird. So let's see if that's going to work. So we have 3 times negative 4 plus 13 minus a minus 4 equals 3. Remember, it's a minus and then it's a minus 4. So this here is going to be negative 12 plus 13 is 1 plus 4. Does that equal 3? That does not equal 3. The square root of 1 is 1. Minus minus makes a plus. So we need to reject this person. Don't forget to reject this person. Now, please do not think the square root of 1 is plus or minus 1. You are not solving an equation that says x squared equals 1, then you take the square root on both sides. If I just said, what's the square root of 4? You would tell me 2. You would not tell me plus or minus 2. If I told you what's the square root of 9, you would just tell me 3, not plus or minus 3. Similarly, the square root of 1 is just 1. Negative 4 does not work. You must check your answers. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Leave a comment and have a great day.